Tower American 95, 10 miles out on the ILS.
American 95, Kennedy Tower, following Airbus 319 ahead, 10501.
Hello everybody, I'm DerTebbers. This is your Flight Simulator X-Plane Spotlight. Welcome to Randolph Air Force Base here in Texas, aboard our Northrop T-38 Talon Randolph Air Force livery. Woo! The link to this is in the description as always. You get 3 aircraft with this, 2 NASA aircraft, one with, one without baggage pods, and this one. So we're taking this one because I felt like it. All right, let's go ahead and, well, let's check and make sure we got, whoa, flaps. We do have flaps. She does apparently taxi on her own, which is weird. So I throttle her all the way back, take my foot off the brakes, and she starts rolling. So she has a little bit of a behavior there. All right, so there's 2 clicks on your flaps. We really don't need flaps. So we'll just put them back. All right, let's power up our 2 General Electric J85-5A or J85-5R after the PMP modification afterburning turbojets, 2,050 pounds of thrust each dry and 2,900 pounds of thrust each when wet or afterburning. Those don't look like afterburners to me. I'm just saying. Ooh, almost smacked the tail. They do not have an afterburner on them. Okay. Alright, well, there you go. No afterburner picture. Aw, that's okay. So the Northrop T-38 Talon, it's a 2-seat, twin-engine, supersonic jet trainer. It's the world's first supersonic trainer and also the most produced. The T-38 remains in service as of 2015 in air forces around the world. The United States Air Force operates the most T-38s. In addition to training Air Force pilots, it is used by NASA. The Naval Test Pilot School is the principal. It's the principal Navy operator. Other T-38s previously were used as Navy aggressor aircraft until they were replaced by the very similar Northrop F-5 Tiger II. Pilots of other NATO nations also use the T-38 in joint programs with Air Force pilots. As of 2015, this aircraft has been in service for over 50 years with her original operator, the United States Air Force. So she joins a very select group of aircraft that have operated that long. The first of this, designated the YT-38, flew on 10 March 1959. Since its introduction, it is estimated that some 50,000 military pilots have trained on this aircraft. The United States Air Force is remains one of the few armed flying forces using dedicated supersonic final trainers, as most, like the Navy, uses high subsonic trainers. Now the T-38 has a configuration that is pretty recognizable. Oh, don't do that, Yeri. You're just going to cause the plane to crash when you do stuff like that. Yeah, but I want to. Okay. It has small, low, long chord wings, the single vertical stabilizer, and the tricycle undercarriage. Now those long, low chord wings help with maneuverability, but they're also not. They allow the aircraft some recoverability. Whoa! Careful there. Now the F-5 can be distinguished from the T-38 by the wings. The wings of the T-38 meet the fuselage straight and end square. See that? The F-5 has leading edge extensions near the wing roots that extend out towards the air intakes and wingtip launch rails for air-to-air missiles. We're going to go for that airfield there. But we got to buzz the tower, right? Oh wait, there's an airfield over there. Which one do we go for? I'm confused. Well, let's go for this one. Whee! Most T-38s are of the T-38A variety.
Pull up.
They can
Up.
There's terrain. No, there's no too low terrain. I'm well above. Nice. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't remember. There are some armed versions of these aircrafts. And they've been upgraded over and over and over again. They are currently undergoing structural and avionics programs to extend their service life to 2020. Now there's a propulsion modification, which is the PMP modification, that they're also doing during that same time to make these aircraft a little bit better. Fighter versions were produced as the Freedom Fighter, which most of us know as the Tiger II. The Strategic Air Command has had T-38s in service until SAC became an inactive group. They were designed to enhance the career development of bomber co-pilots through the Accelerated Cockpit or Co-Pilot Enhancement Program. Later used as proficiency aircraft for all B-52, B-1, SR-71, U-2, KC-135, and KC-10 pilots. They are still they're used as proficiency aircraft for U-2 pilots and B-2 pilots. They prepare pilots for the F-15, the F-16, B-52, B-1, B-2, A-10, F-22, F-35. Needless to say, if you fly a combat aircraft in the United States military, you're likely going to be trained, at least at some point, aboard this aircraft, even when you're flying subsonic aircraft like the B-52s. Maximum speed of this aircraft is Mach 1.3, and she has a range of 1,140 miles. That is 1,835 kilometers. Where did that airfield go? I swear there was an airfield around here. Where's the airfield? Oh my gosh. Oh, it's over there. How did it get over there? I don't know. Let's go get it. Oop, not like that, we're not. Gotta be careful. This is not a combat aircraft, so flicking high G is probably not a good idea. Alright, let's see here. We got brakes on this bird. We do. Belly brakes. Right there. Very nice. I'll slow her down. I've just noticed in cockpit here, my gauges don't work. Well, that's sweet. That's amazing. They modeled this aircraft without working gauges in a virtual cockpit. Huh. Now, this is part of the United States Air Force Mega Pack, so there are a bunch of aircraft in here. This one, just now, because I've noticed a gauge problem because I've been flying outside a cockpit this whole time. Based purely on that, I would say give this aircraft a pass. But because it comes as part of the Mega Pack with a bunch of aircraft that are not so poor, I would say it's worth downloading the Mega Pack. Maybe not for this one aircraft, but certainly for the Mega Pack. See if we can get this plane to land. A little bit dirty. Let's get those flaps down.
Sink rate.
Quit telling me about the sink rate. I know what I'm doing. Well, I don't really because my gauges don't work. So we're just going to guess here. It is a trainer aircraft, right? It's not a Navy trainer though, so I can't slam her on the deck like I can with a Goshawk. Let's just get that sink rate problem going.
Sink rate.
Yep. All right.
Sink rate.
Should be okay. Yeah. There we go. All right. Well, she makes some decent noise on landing. I feel like I'm going to fall into the ground, but that could be actually accurate for this aircraft for all I know. Actually, it would be based on the positioning of the aircraft. Huh. See if we can make this turn. Maybe. Yes, if I slow down enough, it will allow me to make the turn. Good airplane. And there we go. Pop the twin cockpits there. Brakes are on, engine's shutting down. All right. So now that we've had that excitement, let's do shift 1. Wow. Like, most of the gauges aren't even there. 2. There's air comm, GPS, and that's it. Yeah, I would say give this aircraft a pass. It's got a virtual cockpit. It just doesn't have a working virtual cockpit. which is unfortunate. What can we say? We tried, but we did find a Northrop T-38 Talon here. It's got a pretty outside, just a very sad interior. Kind of makes me sad. Oh well. I've been DerTebbers. This has been your Flight Simulator X Plane Spotlight Northrop T-38 Talon. Link is in the description as always. Till next time, happy flying, everybody.
Level 1283, Kennedy Tower. Greetings. Falling heavy, Boeing 767 touching down. Caution wake turbulence from 05012, number 24 right to left.
Going in 48, the 1283, copy all.
8 Lima Bravo, traffic just north of the airport, opposite direction along the track routing. A helicopter and under defeat, yes, you in sight.